4 health regen, basically, on level 1. And you get the new Ags, which a lot of people are memeing on, obviously, which would be really fun to see, the cart. The main thing is, if you look at the effective trade-off of losing 3 armor and gaining 4 health regen and what those items cost when you buy them in the shop, you can go to lane a Centaur now with 2 rings of protection, or you can start with a chainmail, and I think your laning is going to be significantly better than it was before, which was one of the hero's weaknesses, actually, was his very early laning, that he could get exploited quite a lot because he wasn't sustainable enough. I think that will do a lot better. So that's the first hero I wanted to highlight. Then, arguably, maybe the biggest base hero change I think I can remember seeing since Techies got changed. This is Ogre, who
Plus
got
20 damage.
20 base damage, and then he lost, I think, 3 HP regen and 1 armor.
Yeah,
Yes.
1 armor.
Yeah.
A totally different hero in lane. I don't really know how much this is going to affect pro play, but I think it opens up some avenues for playing the hero in, I mean, maybe you buy Orb of Venom and Bloodlust level 1, or you start with Boots or something in some matchups. Or maybe Ogre can find a way to be played as a core differently. Like maybe that's what they're trying to aim at.
Ogre carry.
Ogre carry.
You know, the level 25 talent where you chance on hit.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, 20 base damage is so ridiculous that it might actually make the hero a viable carry. Like, that is so much damage. And as a carry, if you want to think about it that way, you actually have something that's pretty rare for carries. You have 2 setups for yourself, right? You have a stun and a slow. And then you also have a natural, steroid in the Bloodlust.
Yeah, you get that bonus attack speed for yourself. So.
Could be an interesting angle. I don't think we'll see it today.
No.
I don't think teams are going to go that crazy, but maybe somewhere down the line. And then the third hero I wanted to quickly talk about is Batrider, whose sticky napalm got changed quite a bit. So now sticky napalm actually deals damage when you cast it, which means that you can sticky napalm people and they can't blink. So that can be interesting. And the way it scales up, it stacks up a little bit less damage every time, but since the spell itself does damage, overall, it will be a total higher damage output when you start sticking people up, which will probably make him a much, much stronger laner, especially in mid, which I think we might even see today, because I think it's going to be that good. Whereas maybe his teamfight impact will be a little bit different, because you have less radius on the napalm later on, so you're going to hit less heroes in teamfights, but you're going to be very, very good in 1v1s. You're going to be very good in laning situations, which in a way has been his Achilles heel for a little bit, right? Like, Batrider hasn't necessarily been the best laner, especially in the off lane, but you've itemized and become a strong hero later. I think now you're going to be better in the early stages.
All right. How about Shadow Demon Ninja?
Well, he's got a new skill now. Replace Soul Catcher with Disseminate. And we've been doing a lot of theory crafting in the back, and a lot of combo wombos could be potentially good with Axe, Blade Mail, or Fatal Bond, and Spectre.
So what does Disseminate do?
Well, whenever the target takes damage, all enemies, including the target itself, within 600 range, receive 20 to 25 to 30 to 35% damage. So you got some pretty crazy potential of doing like massive AoE damage within such a short amount of time.
If you can synergize properly with your team, and like, I'm going to disseminate that target, and everybody just basically focus that target.
And it's going to catch people off guard, because you know there's going to be a period of where everyone's going to get used to all these new spells and whatnot. So so there's some potential with this hero.
And talking about people caught off guard by Enchantress, maybe.
Yeah, so she gets a new shard. I forgot what was. Oh, the last shard was just like that passive.
You got 3 wisps.
3 wisps. Yeah, so that was boring. Good heal, but you know. So now she gets a shard. Little Friends. All creeps, enemy, ally, and neutral within 1,200 range will attack the target with 100 bonus attack speed and 100 bonus movement speed. So this Zoo meta.
The answer to Zoo.
Yeah,
the answer.
The Zoo meta like just gets a little bit more buff, and it's 20-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So
I mean, arguably, you could also say it's not just the answer to the Zoo meta; it also contributes to it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's also allied units.
Yeah.
So if Ench is playing with, let's say, a Lycan with Helm of the Overlord, she can just choose a target for Lycan's, all of Lycan's Zoo to go on, and they will just destroy them with 100% attack speed and move speed, right? So,
evil Disney princess.
I think this this shard is very dangerous in any hands. I gotta say, I'm a little bit worried about this one. We'll see how it goes.
All right, how about the Clockwork? Why is he in this list?
And the last one is Clockwork. The Scepter gets kind of reworked, doesn't get refreshed when you use the overclocking, but now you just become kind of like a boss. And when you're in the power cogs, you get like 250 attack speed.
That's
and then Rocket Flare cooldown decreases, and it shoots 2 additional. And I think everyone in the power cogs gets hit. I haven't seen this yet in action, so I just like it and I just want to see it because I love Clockwork.
It sounds pretty strong.
The change to, did you mention battery assault as well?
Briefly. Battery assault damage and stuns all enemy within its radius.
Yeah. So the radius of battery assault is usually like, what is it, 200 something?
Yeah.
So
there.
like, let's imagine you get into a fight, even if you don't cog multiple heroes, but you just have somebody in the vicinity. You just like your overall team fight damage output of this item is gonna like actually just skyrocket.
And 250 attack speed is actually
3-second cooldown on rocket flare, right?
Yeah.
So and this overclocking lasts for 13 seconds, so you can fire 4 rockets or 5 before you get stunned.
So that's like, it's like additional 2 flares.
Yeah. So you can shoot like
3.
15,
a lot.
15 rocket flares.
You.
It's pretty wild. I think this scepter is really strong.